Something that comes up a lot in my groups and with my clients is loose skin. And it's something that I've had to deal with myself. So, um, back in 2008, I hit my goal weight. So that was back then. And I'd lost over 150 pounds. And because of how I lost the weight, not that I lost it in a bad way, it just wasn't optimal. I started my own weight loss journey through Weight Watchers. And back then, the nutritional education in Weight Watchers was not great. And even my own education was not great because I was only starting out my own health journey and my own learning journey back then. But so it was very much just with Weight Watchers, it was eat what you want, but count your points. So there was no real nutritional education or understanding of how nutrition actually impacted the body, right down to a cellular level, even on a molecular level, and how we use nutrition to regenerate cells and regenerate tissues and so on and so on. So I lost a lot of weight between the summer of 2006 and March 2008, so just over a year and a half. And I lost that 150 pounds. And that's quite a fast weight. And combine that with my poor Irish skin, we don't have the skin integrity that some of the Mediterraneans do, or people in the southern hemisphere, because of that lack of sun exposure. And sun exposure is so important for good skin health and hormone signaling. We have photoreceptors all over the body, but especially hundreds and thousands of them all over our skin, and they're very important for helping us produce adequate levels of vitamin D, cholesterol, and even DHEA, and putting stuff like that to work. Anyway, so being in the northern hemisphere, my skin integrity is not the best. Not a lot of sun exposure, very pale skin, can get dry quite a lot as well. And combine that with fast weight loss and not a lot of really good nutrition, and you kind of are opening yourself up to some loose skin and stretch mark issues, which I got. And it never really bothered me too much. It does bother a lot of my clients straight out the gate as soon as they start to see weight come down. It didn't for me in the beginning. I suppose it wasn't something I thought about until I started putting on a lot of weight, like muscle weight, and I started wanting to show off my newfound physique. Then the loose skin started getting to me and the stretch marks. So the majority of my loose skin was under my arms, in my lower tummy, and in between my thighs. And in between my thighs and under my arms bothered me more than my tummy did. And I say bothered because once I started working on it and hacking on it, it has improved immensely. I can honestly say I am very, very happy with the results on my loose skin, especially my thighs and my arms, especially when I go on vacations and stuff, or even in the gym. I'm confident now to show off my arms. I still have the stretch marks and a little bit of loose skin, but compared to what it was, like, it's improved so much. And it's a concern of a lot of people. And like I said, some of my clients, as soon as they start seeing their results in the first month or two, then they start to panic and they're like, oh my God, I'm losing weight. Now, am I going to be left with loads of loose skin? And what am I going to do about that? So hopefully this video will help you kind of hack that, and it absolutely will. If you're doing everything right straight out the door, and you're not doing a crappy weight loss or fat loss campaign, like it's a good programmed, well-planned fat loss campaign that is very much focused on optimizing nutrition, optimizing cellular health, optimizing regenerative strategies like autophagy and hormesis, and how to upregulate cellular repair. while focusing on the dense nutrition and the good supplements and the water and the sleep protocols and the exercise. If you're working on a really good program like that to get you towards your goals or your physique or your bodily goals, you definitely will not have such a big issue with loose skin as I did. No, you definitely will not. But if you do a shitty fat loss campaign and it's like eat what you want but keep your macros really low and stay under your calories, and dare I say, I've seen some people on Facebook saying that you can intermittent fast and when you eat, you can eat whatever you like and you'll still lose weight. Well, something like that is not going to optimize your results or your health and is going to lead to stretch marks and loose skins. That's just how it is. Sorry to break some hearts, but that's just how it is. So when we look at regenerating skin and making your skin glow and supple and moist and regenerate and be elastic and bounce back the way we want to, we have to understand that your skin is tissue, and tissue is made up of cells, and cells are all over your body. So not that the skin cells are the exact same as other tissue cells, but they still have that same molecular makeup. They still need that macro molecular base or foundation to help them build and grow. So I do have my favorites. I will go through my favorites at the end, what I like, what has worked for me, what has really worked for me. But we really want to be, I try not to overcomplicate things because I feel people do that enough. What does a cell require to repair and regenerate, or do we require to grow new tissues? So there's certain macronutrients and micronutrients and minerals that we need to help us repair. So our first one is going to be protein. So protein pretty much is the building blocks of life. The protein that we consume gets converted into amino acids, and they help us with our keratin and how we use collagen, and pretty much they're the base and form the structure of our skin. Protein and the amino acids it contains also helps us get rid of toxins and dead skin and damaged organelles and dead tissue components. Protein can be very effective with helping us rid the body of them through a process called autophagy, that's cellular cleanup. So protein is very important. Now, if you can't afford good wild grass-fed, really good organic meats, then you want to go for your leaner proteins. I know we're all talking about fat and how important animal fat is and blah, blah, blah. Some of the most damaging components to skin and tissues is going to be toxin buildup, toxin overload. So if you can't afford really clean, good meat, then you want to go for the next best thing, and that's going to be a lean meat, because we know that animals store toxins and chemicals in their fat cells. So the last thing you want to do is be getting a conventionally raised slab of beef and eating all the fat off of that, when that fat could contain a lot of antibiotics and hormones and pesticides and God knows what, and you're consuming that, and that is going to contribute to you having weaker, more damaged cells. So when in doubt and you can't get your hands on good meat, you go for the lean meat, and then you can make up your saturated fats or your monounsaturated fats or your fatty acids from another source, which are really important. So while we're still on the topic of protein, we know that breaks down to amino acids, and that is going to be our foundation, our base nutrient. And then we have some substrates of the protein like your collagen and your gelatin. So supplementing with those can be very awesome. I like to see at least 2 tablespoons of a good hydrolyzed protein, or hydrolyzed collagen added into people's days, and that can really help with skin integrity a lot. So if we think of collagen like the scaffolding that holds everything together, collagen is very, very important, especially as we get older. We don't produce as much collagen as we used to, and the same with stem cells. As we get older, we don't unfortunately produce as much stem cells as we used to when we were younger, but there are ways to hack that or biohack that through food, through supplementation, through autophagy, through exercise. So there are ways it can be done. So when we have our protein source, we like to add in some good collagen too. And you can add in a bone broth as well. So a bone broth can be very good because that's going to give you some protein with the amino acids, and it's going to give you some collagen too. So per cup of bone broth, you get, depending on the sourcing and the processing of the bone broth, you will get between 6 to 10 grams of collagen per cup. And then you can get in protein in a cup of bone broth. You can get anywhere from 18 to 25 grams of protein, depending on that bone broth. So that can be very, very beneficial. And you'll also get some good fatty acids then in that bone broth. Now, fats are very important. Everyone is talking about fats, and you need fat, and it's this and it's that and the other, and we're all going fat crazy. And not that that's a bad thing, but I think people forget the context that it should be in. Like the idea of hormesis, too much of anything is going to be bad for you, but the right amount can be very beneficial. So with fat, you can get your good fats that are going to give your skin that healthy glow and give it that moistness and that real dewy, nice look that we want. Too little fat can make your skin very dry and wrinkly. So the drier your skin, the faster you're going to get wrinkles as well. So we don't want that. I like to keep my clients' focus and my focus on monounsaturated fats a lot of the time. Not that I'm against animal fats. I mean, we do get animal fats. I eat a lot of grass-fed and pasture-raised and wild meats. So I do get a lot of good, but my focus tends to be more on the monounsaturated fats. So like some macadamia nuts, avocados, fish is amazing. These all help your skin stay moist and firm and dewy and flexible and help it bounce back. So we want to make sure we're getting our fats in our diet along with our protein and along with our collagen, but everything in context. Now, there's a lot of amazing stuff coming out about olives and extra virgin olive oil specifically, which I am super happy about because I am a big proponent of really good high grade extra virgin olive oil. So extra virgin olive oil, not only is it a great source of monounsaturated fat, but it also is a great source of vitamin E as well. We know vitamin E is very, very important for regenerating tissues and skin cells. It helps our body absorb UV rays a lot better. Vitamin E is a potent antioxidant, which we want. Now, they're, again, antioxidants and hormesis, they have a place together. Too much antioxidants can be very bad for you. Too little antioxidants can be very bad for you. So you want the right amount. So vitamin E, especially that coming from extra virgin olive oil, is a great source of antioxidants. And it has a very awesome anti-inflammatory impact as well. So by helping us absorb and use UV rays properly and bring down inflammation, we can help prevent some of the damage that we get exposed to on a daily basis to our skin. We can help reduce wrinkles. We can help reduce sagging, which is always great. And then vitamin E actually works hand in hand with vitamin C. So vitamin C, again, another awesome antioxidant, but it does go hand in hand with vitamin E. And vitamin C very much helps our body utilize or metabolize collagen a lot better than if we just took it alone. So that's not to say that you would take your collagen with a vitamin C tablet. Like, you could, but vitamin C can help the body break down and put the collagen where it's supposed to go a lot better than just having the collagen by itself. And vitamin C, you don't necessarily have to supplement with that. Like, some of my favorite sources of vitamin C are going to be organic strawberries, organic berries, pomegranate, including some of the pulp, which can be quite astringent, but so good for you. And when you're eating foods like this, you're also getting the fatty acids from the seeds and from the skins and from the pulp. The pulp actually has some nice fatty acids in there. So you're getting the vitamin C, which helps with the collagen absorption. You get the antioxidants, and then vitamin C can also help with skin repair in a sense of helping with blood flow, helping repair bruising and bleeding a lot faster. So it can help with that whole coagulation and healing and white blood cells rushing to the damaged area aspect of it. So that can be very beneficial too. Of course, you want to have a lot of good quality water. You want to make sure you're having a lot of good sleep where you can. I've done loads of podcasts on sleep, like so many podcasts on sleep and hacking and optimizing your sleep and should you nap and blue light and everything like that. So go back, check them out. There's a lot of information there. But your focus should be on that good dense nutrition. Fatty acids, if you're looking at supplements, I do sound like a broken record, but I'm a huge fan of high grade and good quality krill oils. I really like them a lot. It's one of the most potent anti-inflammatories I have seen in my work, and how it's impacted my clients more so than, I will dare I say, turmeric. And I do love turmeric, but I've seen krill work way better than turmeric has. Even liposomal turmerics, krill just seems to get in there and get the job done. And then it's got this powerful antioxidant astaxanthin, which is very good for cellular repair, especially in the macular degradation area. Krill oil, astaxanthin's been very much proven to help improve eyesight, specifically nighttime sight, and can act actually as an internal sunscreen, therefore protecting your skin even more, which is why they say that the Mediterranean diet and people down around the Mediterranean have such beautiful good skin, because they get a lot of this fatty acids, the omegas from all the seafood and the olives and all, and that helps us filter and utilize UV rays properly, but also acts as an internal sunscreen. Okay, so then when we look, we've got all our nutrients, and we want a whole array of nutrients, but those are just some of the main ones. We want to make sure that we're getting good salt in our diet to help us stay hydrated. Zinc is another very important supplement or micronutrient. I love zinc, especially for sex hormones, especially for female sex hormones. Very beneficial for thyroid production. Thyroid production and thyroid hormone, of course, has a big part in cellular regeneration, cellular function, cellular energy. So zinc is so super. So zinc, my clients don't supplement with zinc, but we make sure that it's a staple in their whole foods, that they're getting good sources of zinc. So then I really like Well, I do really like it, but it's very important. If you're going to regenerate the body and heal and regenerate more resilient skin and tissue cells, there has to be a component of not only autophagy but hormesis in there as well. So autophagy being cellular cleanup. So you got to give your body the time that it needs to clean up, get rid of damaged tissues and damaged misfolded proteins and damaged organelles and maybe mitochondria that aren't working so well. You have to give your body time to sweep them out or clean them out, get them out of the body, because they're just damaging you by lingering here. So we want to get that autophagy happening, and that's where intermittent fasting can come in, or even extended fasting can be very, very good for cellular cleanup. And that's where a lot of the studies are looking. The benefits from fasting come from that autophagy that's happening. But then we want to stimulate autophagy as well. So stimulating autophagy, we have to look at, there's some different mechanisms that we look at. So we look at AMP-K and we look at mTOR. So that's mammalian target of rapamycin. So that's our anabolic mechanism that helps us grow. So when mTOR is activated, we are growing, so we're growing new tissues. But when AMP-K, so activated kinase proteins, when that is running, then we're breaking down, we're catabolic, so we're breaking down fat cells, we're cleaning up, we've got that autophagy happening. But we need a balance in both. So we want both AMP-K and mTOR activated, but at the right time. So we get the autophagy and then we get the regeneration. And we want to stimulate them as well. And some of the best ways to stimulate, especially autophagy, is going to be through your fasting. So these are processes of hormesis, where having a small amount of something can be very beneficial, too much can be detrimental. So a small stressor or a small poison can cause the body to bounce back stronger, so signal the body to come back more resilient. So for some people, intermittent fasting can be just enough of that stress that causes the body to bounce back and become more resilient. So when you're fasting, it's a little bit of hormesis, but it's allowing the autophagy to happen. You come back, you're even more resilient, your tissues grow stronger, healthier. Of course, that depends on what you're stimulating mTOR with when you feed in the feeding window. So that's back to your good nutrition. Some other awesome activators of autophagy and helping build more resilient cells, and when I say cells, I also mean skin cells, is exercise, cold therapy, cryotherapy, sauna, especially infrared sauna, the likes of Nordic spas, stuff like that. So can be so beneficial for you. Another one of my favorite things is green tea. So there's a lot of studies, there's a high correlation between beautiful skin and beautiful hair and green tea, not only for the antioxidants that are in it, the polyphenols that are in it, so the polyphenolic compounds and the catechins in green tea, organic of course, because you don't want those extra toxins from non-organic leaves seeping into your water and then you're concentrating them and drinking them. That's just a bad idea. So organic green tea has this higher polyphenolic compounds, and they help activate sirtuin proteins, and sirtuin proteins have a huge connection to longevity and resilience, and cellular repair and preventing diseases, and even there's a sirtuin gene or two I'm pretty sure two, that are connected with being skinny. So they're called your skinny genes. So these sirtuin genes tell your body, hey, you're skinny, you're going to keep being skinny. As long as you keep activating this gene, you're going to keep being skinny. You're going to keep being skinny. So that can help us with rebound weight gain and stuff, but that's for another day. But green tea, usually we see around 3 cups a day is where we're starting to see the benefits in the skin and hair, which is awesome, especially if you love green tea. You also have to remember, though, that green tea has caffeine in it. So if you're a slow caffeine metabolizer, you want to monitor your caffeine afternoon, because if the caffeine is interfering with your sleep, you're opening a whole host of problems there. But one of the best antioxidants that we have access to is melatonin, even more so than those polyphenolic compounds in green tea. So if someone is to say, well, I'll sacrifice a bit of melatonin to get these antioxidants in the green tea. Well, there's no real comparison, because the melatonin antioxidants are going to be way more beneficial for you in the long term, along with the other benefits of sleep. But green tea, I mean, you could get in 3 cups of green tea before 12. And that's going to be super beneficial for you. There are some other stuff. I mean, you can hit me up and ask me if there's any other supplements I recommend. I have a few others that I like. Resveratrol, I like, is a good one. Biotin, depending on the brands, and the dosage can be awesome too. What else do I like? I do like chlorophyll as well. Because chlorophyll can help us regenerate stem cells, and stem cells then can be made into all other cells, so wherever we may need them. So that's a lot. I would look at intermittent fasting. I would look at green tea for sure. I'd look at collagen, your good fatty acids, and definitely exercise, because exercise can stimulate the growth of new tissue. So very important. Using a really good, before I finish, obviously skincare is very, very, very important. We want to try avoid putting toxins on our body as much as possible. I use Beauty Counter. I'm not a Beauty Counter rep or anything like that, but I really love Beauty Counter. So I'll use their moisturizer. I use their rejuvenating serum, or their radiant serum. I use their under eye serum. That's my favorite. I love that one. They base a lot of their stuff, they're clean products, but they're based a lot on coconut oils and aloe vera and seaweed, which I'm very fond of in skincare products. I wash my face then with a charcoal soap that I get from a local Airdrie company called Green Butterfly Company. All my clients get a discount with her, so I really like her activated charcoal soap, and it's really clean, and your face just like squeaks like clean dishes when it's done. So I really like that. And I also do use Organics. So Organics are a herbal based company in Invermere in British Columbia, and I'll go on their website, and I specifically love their rose water spray. So it's rose water and coconut water and something else in a face mist, and I'll spray that just whenever I need, pretty much all the time, but especially when I just feel I need to be refreshed. But I usually will spray it in the morning and before bed, before I put on any moisturizer or anything. So really clean products there. I try my best to get clean products where I can. I try to optimize detoxification pathways as much as I can, but just like everyone, I am human too. I'm a mom too. We can only try stack conditions in our favor as much as possible. And then the rest, we just kind of have to navigate our way around stuff. So I really hope you found this video helpful. If you're doing things like I said, and you've just started a fat loss campaign, or you're a month in, or you're 2 months in, you have a lot of weight to lose and you're concerned about loose skin, this YouTube video should be very helpful for you. So if you were to say, Shemaine, what 3 things would you recommend I do straight away to start stacking skin conditions in my favor? I would say fasting. So let's try finish eating after 5 p.m. each day, which is a lot earlier than most people do. 5 p.m. green tea, 3 cups a day, organic, good quality green tea, and then a good quality hydrolyzed collagen supplement or collagen peptide, like really good quality, not like a crappy Costco one or anything, like a really good one. Personally, I like Organica and Bulletproof Collagen. They would be 2 of my favorites. Okay, please do send any questions my way. You can hit me up on Facebook, Shemaine's Model Health, on my website, shamainsmodelhealth.com, Instagram, pretty much where you find most people nowadays. Okay, enjoy and be good.